The motherhood last, career first agenda. So when I went on that interview with Piers Morgan and Susanna Reid earlier this year, I was talking specifically about how women are fed fake choices. They get pushed, basically they're going through life as a woman, which is different than life as a man. For example, fertility for women peaks at about 22 years old. As a man, I could easily have children at 40, 50, well, even at 60 if I'm healthy and fit. That's way different from a woman who that's not even possible at, say, age 60. So the motherhood last, career first agenda is a fantastic example of the fake choice that women are fed. They're fed education first, advanced education. It puts you into a ton of debt that's non-dischargeable for a job you're probably never going to get with a crap ton of debt that you can't even get rid of. It's a special type of student loan debt you can't even discharge through bankruptcy, which is, I think, a bad thing that changed back in the 2000s and you need to get rid of that. But what's never said is that when you put your education first and your career first before motherhood and your children that are waiting for you in the future, you're putting your children last. If career is first, motherhood ain't. If career is first or education or whatever, something else is going to come second or third or fourth. Maybe an education and whatever you're going to choose. Hopefully, too, it's a good thing, maybe like law, education, science, like a STEM thing, and not some BS like gender studies or whatever crap they keep making up. But anyway, if motherhood is not first and career is first, motherhood's going to be somewhere down the line. I think that's a choice you can make. We live in a free country. I think that's a very good thing. People attack me like when I say these things, like, oh, you just want to control women. There was like a TV show, The Real. These women on TV were yelling at us about the convention, and they were like, they just want to control women. That's really how, you can go listen to it on YouTube. It's called The Real. Type The Real, Make Women Great Again. It should come up. It's pretty funny. But this is basically a straw man argument. This is not what I'm saying. We live in a free country, and that's a good thing. You do have choices to make when you're young as a woman, just like I do as a man. But you need to make the best choices you can, and women being fed choice, the forcefulness of that choice that feminists promote to young women that are 19, 20, 23, whatever, they're pushing you to a specific life path of choices, and they're not revealing all the details. So young women today, by putting motherhood last, I think are making a very dangerous choice, and they're doing it without all the facts, not even remotely all the facts. They're doing it from a place of ignorance, in a place that's a lacking wisdom that you would typically get as you get older, or if you had a strong family, or a strong extended family, and things like that have fallen out today throughout the United States. I do want to mention too, by the way, that we talk a lot about family values, well, some people do anyway, in America, and people then talk about the collapse of the family, the nuclear family. But really a bigger problem perhaps, or at least a huge problem that's co-occurring alongside of it in an auxiliary way, is the collapse of the extended family. People no longer get to grow up and know their aunts and uncles and grandmothers and grandparents or grandfathers as much as they used to. And I think that's a very bad thing, and I think extended families should play a huge role, and traditionally I believe they did. You got to know these people a lot better and you were a lot closer to them. There's certain reasons to that are not entirely feminist related. Technology, industry, the economy changing, all that. But culturally, there should be a fabric of keeping extended families close, or at least in close contact. And technology, of course, can be a helper for that too now. But anyway, the collapse of the extended family is a big problem. Not enough people talk about it, except one of my good friends, DDJ, on YouTube, and the Redman Group. Anyway, if motherhood is not first and career is first, motherhood's going to be last or second or third. That's a big problem, and feminists don't want to own this. But they've been promoting this night and day for decades and decades and decades. And the rise, the epidemic of single motherhood, which is now for the black community in America at about 70%, which is crazy. I mean, it's massively high. For Hispanics and white women, it's about, or the race is about 40%, which is huge. I mean, 100 years ago, single motherhood in America, the rate was 2%. For it to be now over 40% on average for all the races is bananas. And it keeps getting growing and growing and growing and growing. The other speakers have probably talked to you about this at the event. So feminists have had a huge role in downsizing motherhood and downplaying it, minimizing it. You can just do it later, and we're going to get into a little more here. But they need to own this. They need to own it, but we need to call them out. You can have it all, never settle.